creek. Walk 'em up and down in the summer heat. Same old boy changing like the seasons. Country kid turning to a town right heathen. Country kid turning to a town right heathen.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Old Man Van Running. Here again in the Old Man Van Cave, the Old Man Van Castle. Now, today I'm finally going to give you that video on how to set up the GARMIN PacePro Plan in GARMIN Connect and then load it up into your GARMIN watch and use it on race day. But before we get into the details, if you like this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button and that notification bell so you'll get notified when more videos are posted. Comments, any and all comments really do help the channel. And as always, if you have friends, running pals, running acquaintances, family members, co-workers, anyone that you feel might enjoy the Old Man Van Running channel, please let them know. So here we are in GARMIN Connect. Okay, I've already logged in. This is my home page in GARMIN Connect. If you see over on the left-hand side, you have this menu bar, right? You're going to go down to training and planning. Now, in your phone, it's the GARMIN Connect app is pretty much the same. Instead of on the left hand when you're in your home page, there are 3 dots on the lower right. I'll show you that in a little while. That you click on and you go to the same thing. You go to training and planning. You're going to click on that and you're going to go down to PacePro Pacing Strategies. So I'm going to click on that. What you see here on this screen is a list of all of the PacePro strategies that I've already created in GARMIN Connect. Now, if you haven't ever created one, you'll have to do that. Now here, all of these PacePro strategies have a map with them, a race course already loaded in. Some of these course maps I had to create myself, so there is a way of doing that in GARMIN Connect. Or I uploaded a course map from, say, a race website. But here you have all of the current ones that I have listed. Now, you don't have to have a specific course loaded in. If you just want to have, a generic 5K or 10K, you can select that distance. You can create the PacePro plan. It won't give you elevation changes. It'll simply give you pacing, and you can create that. However, obviously most courses aren't pancake flat. And you're going to want to have a course map in there in most cases, so to give you an accurate kind of shift of paces as you go up and down hills, and also to set your pacing for as you're going uphill and down hills, right? So let's get right into it. We'll show you how to create a generic plan first, and then we'll go into one that has a course. So you see this Create PacePro strategy right here. Go ahead, you click on that, and it gives you 2 options, right? You could have selected one of the courses in the previous screen if you already have things loaded in. In this case, we're just going to select a standard race distance. So I'm going to select a 5K. Very simple, right? 5K, here's the screen that comes up. If you're doing this in your phone, it's very similar. So you can click the distance here. You can even change it here, even though I selected 5K. You can click the drop down, select any of these distances. You can put a custom distance in there as well. So I selected a 5K. Now, 2 things you can do. You can either select the finish time that you want, the overall time, or you can set a goal time, say per mile or per kilometer. So in this case, I'm going to select a time of 21 minutes flat for this 5K. Now, as you see here, it automatically calculated what the pace per mile should be. Now, if you wanted to select this by pace instead of goal time, all you have to do is go down here, and then you could go in and select your per mile pace. Now, we're going to go right in, and this is the next screen you're going to see. This screen here has all your information for this. You see the course right here, the map. It's flatline, right? There's no elevation changes. There's no hills. There's nothing. So you're kind of stuck with a flat pace line here. Up here, you have all your information, right, that we already selected. Now, here's your pacing strategy. This is the key here. If you look down below, you will see that your splits are exactly the same, right? Exactly the same for your first mile, your second mile. The last split, because it's a 5K, is 1.11 miles, but it's the same per mile pace. That gives you the 21 minutes. Now, if we want to change how we pace, say we want to do a negative split. So you go up to the slider under pacing strategy, you'll slide it, and you see how the pace changes. So you have a slower pace here. That's 7:38 per mile. You see how it's changed down here. First mile at 7:38, second mile at 6:43, the last 1.11 miles at 6:39. So you can see how it changes your pace accordingly here. Now, if you want to do a positive split, you just move the cursor down and you see how it adjusts your pace accordingly. So you get the picture, right? Very, very simple, very intuitive, very easy to do. Now we're gonna go back up here. Let's see here. If you were just gonna do a straight 5K, this would be what you were gonna do. But obviously, again, there's no course out there that's pancake flat. So let's go and select one of the courses. We'll back out of here again. I'll go to select a course. Obviously, I have courses already selected here or already created. So I'm going to select one of those. This time we're going to do one of the races that I've done recently. We're going to go and select the Yukon Health Half Marathon on Iron Horse. You see right here. Let's select that course. All right. Now you don't see the course yet because you've got to select your goal time or your goal pace. I'm going to select a goal time of 1:39 flat. So we're going to select 39 from the drop down. You know, again, very simple. 1:39 flat. It now has adjusted my pace to 7:33 per mile. We're now going to click next. Clicking next. Here we go. Now the course is loaded, right? The course is loaded. You see the different colors on the map. That is based on the different paces. So right now, it defaults to an even pace and an even effort. Now, you say even pacing strategy, right? Then every mile is going to be the same. That is not the case because we've got uphills and we've got downhills. So if you look in the chart here, you see how the pace adjusts as we go uphill, then we go downhill. It gets faster, slower, faster, depending on whether you're going uphill or downhill. The whole calculation here is to get you an even split, right? First half of the race the same time as the second half of the race. Let's go down and see what the splits actually look like. As you can see, how the splits change by elevation change. So if you're going uphill, right, you have a plus elevation, you're going to be going slower than when you go downhill. And you can kind of see it here, how it's adjusted the paces as you go through the miles here. So very, very simple. Moving back up, again, you can do two things here that you couldn't do if you didn't have a course. You can not only go, hey, I want a negative split, say, right? So you see how the paces are being adjusted, but you can also adjust your uphill effort. So say I want a negative split, but I want to go easier on the uphills. So now that is slightly changing. You don't see much movement, but they're slightly changing the splits below. So now you see what the pacing progression looks like. Going down to the splits again, it's adjusted the splits accordingly. Mile 1, when we were just doing an even split, was under 8 minutes per mile, but now it's increased that to over 8 minutes, and it's adjusted each mile pace accordingly. So this is basically how you set it up. Once you're done with that, and you're okay with how you've set up this plan, then you go ahead and you click Save. Once you've saved that, your PacePro strategy is right here. Obviously, if it's the first one you set up, you'll only have one. We'll go down and select the one that we want. That is the Yukon Health Half Marathon right here. You don't have to click on it. You see right here, you've got these arrows going in different directions. You can click Send to Device. Right there, it's got the two watches that I have. I can select the one I want, and then I could send to device. You're going to see what happens right here. I'm going to click Send to Device. I'd have to open Garmin Express on my laptop in order to do that. I don't want to do that. The better way of doing it, as far as I'm concerned, instead of going through all that rigmarole, it will be in your phone. So the Garmin Connect app on your phone will have the PacePro strategy there. So what I do is I go to the phone, I will go and select PacePro strategy, and then I'll select the one I want. there is a cell phone icon up in the top right of the screen. You click on that, it'll bring up the watches, the connected devices. You select the one that you want to upload the PacePro strategy to, and as long as that watch is connected, you click on that and it will send it to your watch. Now let's go take a look at the phone app, and I'll show you how to upload it to your watch and how to make any adjustments to the plan or even create a plan in your phone. Okay, here we are in the Garmin Connect app on my phone. As you can see here, it's my home screen. As I mentioned before, these three dots on the lower left, you click on that, and now you see the training and planning up here on the right-hand side in this list. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And as you see in this second box here, you've got the PacePro pacing strategies. Click on that. Now the list of PacePro strategies comes up just like it does on the laptop. I'm going to go in there really quick and show you how you can adjust or change this. If I click on that plan, that's the one we created. I can go down, I can change my goal time, my goal pace. You see down here, I've got the sliders for pacing strategy and for uphill effort, and you can see how it changes depending on positive split, negative split, and so on and so forth. Also, your uphill effort, I can make those changes here. I'm going to go ahead, and then if you slide down, you can see all the pacing, right? So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to back out of there, I'm going to cancel. I could update it if I wanted. I could even create a PacePro strategy right here in the phone. But right now, I want to show you how to upload it into your watch. So right here, the top one is the one we created. I'm going to go ahead and click this phone icon over in the top right. Click on that, and it brings up your connected devices. I have 3 devices, 3 Fenix watches, different versions. My Fenix 7X Sapphire Solar is what is connected. I'm going to click on that. When I click on it, nothing happened right there. Sometimes you have to do it a couple of times. I'm going to click on it again, and boom. If you saw that for a second there, it had a green check mark saying PacePro Plan uploaded, right? So now I know it's on my watch. So now the next thing is to show you it on my watch. So now that it's on my watch, as soon as my watch syncs with the phone, it will upload that PacePro Plan. So now we're going to take my watch off and I'm going to show you. Okay, here we are with my Fenix 7X Sapphire. We're going to go ahead and we're going to select Run. There you go, select Run. Now we're going to go to these 3 dots over on the left-hand side. Click on that. What comes right up at the top is your training, workouts, and race tools. That's what we're going to select. Once I do that, I'm going to scroll down until we get to PacePro Plans. There you have it. Go there. Now you're going to have to scroll down to the course, though, the PacePro Plan that you have created and that you want to use. So we're going to go down to that Yukon Health Half Marathon on Iron Horse 139 plan. There it is. We're going to select that. Now this screen is going to come up. You're going to need to go and click on this upper left or upper right hand button. Now it's going to say accept plan. We're going to accept that. Enable course navigation. Absolutely. And now it is going to load. Now this brings you to the initial screen. You can scroll down through the screens, all the different screens that I have set up for my runs. We're going to go down and we're going to get to the PacePro screen. Here we go. So here is the PacePro screen. If you recall from setting it up in the laptop, we adjusted the uphill, downhill pacing, and mile 1 was 8:06, so that's your first split pace. Here is your distance, 1.0 miles. Your split pace right here will come up as you start to run, and down here you will get how far or how much ahead or behind pace you are. So this is the main screen. You'll also get turn-by-turn audio notifications. So that's really good because you will be navigating, you will have the course map in there. So this is how you set it up. This is how you use it. When you're ready to start, you would just click here and now you would start,
miles,
right?
Turn right. Next split pace, 8:06.
There
Behind,
you have it, right? So you see how that works.
23. Next split pace, 8:06. Behind, 0 seconds.
So that gives you an idea of what happens when you start using it, right? So it's giving you your pace, it's giving you all that information. So that's really, really cool. So now I'm just going to delete this and discard it. And the answer is going to be yes, discarding. And there you have it. That is how you go ahead and you create a Garmin Connect plan and you do it in your laptop or on your phone and load it into your watch and use it on race day. So there's the Garmin PacePro Plan, how to set it up in your laptop or desktop, how to set it up in your cell phone, how to upload it to your watch, and how to use it on your watch. All I can tell you is the PacePro Plan has helped me stay disciplined in my race pacing, and I've used it very, very well. Do I always stay to the paces it tells me? No, but I can tell you that I've had a number of races where I've been dead nuts on. And the only way that could have happened is if I followed the PacePro Plan, and I did it. I followed that, and it really helped me stay in control. So if you still have questions about the Garmin PacePro feature, please leave your questions in the comments below, and I'll do everything I can to get back to you. Hope you like this video. I really appreciate it. And remember, lace up those shoes and let's get out on the roads.
Railroad tracks run along the creek, walk 'em up and down in the summer heat. Same old boy changing like the seasons, country kid turning to a town right heathen.